Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all honor, all glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to you brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson. And this video is just pretty much inspired by my reading that I'm doing at the moment. Since we just had the Passover, it's important we read Exodus. All right. Also, the story of Yahushai, when he came on the scene and his life as a man in the flesh to his death on the cross. Okay. But now I'm kind of going from Genesis, from the beginning again, and reading the stories that later the significance gets broken down in the New Testament. And as I'm reading Genesis, here's a part where it inspired me to do this lesson. This is in Genesis, the 18th chapter. So here the Lord is letting Abraham know that he's going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, and why? And now we are in the same situation as Abraham, Lot was in those days. So we're in these days, right? So it's the same things happening over and over again, right? The scriptures talk about, as in the days of Noah were, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man be, right? So a lot of the things that we read in situations and settings that our forefathers were in, we're dealing with the same thing. It's just in a different time. Okay. Egypt, right? We call the scriptures literally call this place spiritual Egypt, right? Spiritual Sodom, which we'll go ahead and get, Lord willing, all right, in this lesson. All right, so let me go ahead and start off with Genesis 18 and 20. It says, "And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous." Right, so that's why the Lord is going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, because the outcry of Sodom and Gomorrah, their wickedness, because their sin was extreme, was to the utmost extreme, right? Couple angels came to Lot, and the men of Sodom, right, wanted to Lot to bring the two men out, right? Because they wanted to do some sodomite shit with them, man. And Lot even offered his two daughters in exchange, and they refused, right? So this is how wicked, right? Goes to show you how wicked the people of Sodom were. And even Abraham prayed to the Lord, like, will you destroy Sodom and Gomorrah for 50 men, for 45 men, for 40 men, for 5 men, right? But as we know, only Lot and his two daughters, all right, made it out of Sodom and Gomorrah. His wife was turned into a pillar of salt because they were instructed to not look back, which Lot's wife looked back, because they must have had riches, possessions, a good life maybe, for her to look back and not wanting to see it destroyed, pretty much. All right, so From there, it says, right, it says, for the outcry of Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's grab Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed because of the outcry and the grievous sin and wickedness that was being done. And now you have the elect, the Israel of God, crying out to the Lord for all the abominations that be done in the midst in our days. Okay? It says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him to the city, and smite, let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Right? So everybody's gonna get it. Alright? Except for those that have the tawah, that's the mark, that exemption from judgment. Alright? Those that who were those, the ones that sighed and cried for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Alright, let's get 2 Peter 2 and 6. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Right? So Lot was vexed, was frustrated. Everywhere he went and turned, he sees nothing but wickedness. Alright? To the utmost extreme, high level wickedness. And this place is even worse. Alright? So this, what happened to it, fire and brimstone came down upon Sodom and Gomorrah and destroyed it. Right? So it says, verse 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment, to be punished. And that's what is this place is going to be punished. Alright? And the Lord is going to deliver the elect men out of here. Alright? As this place gets destroyed. Alright? This is Jude 1 and 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner. Right? Because it was 5 cities in total. It says, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. So this was the example of what not to do. If you want to get destroyed by fire and brimstone, do this. And America followed suit after that. Alright, let's get Revelations 11 and verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So these dead bodies, which at the moment are spiritually dead bodies, but when this place gets destroyed by nuclear fire, it's going to literally be physical dead bodies. Alright? And this is a place which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Right? America is known exactly for sodomy. And this is also the place of our captivity, which Egypt is described in the scriptures as the house of bondage. Alright? For the Israelites. It says where also our Lord was crucified. Meaning this is where we lost the names of who our true power is, okay, and where we were fed and indoctrinated with plantation Christianity, all right, Cesare Borgia, which goes back to Serapis Christus, which is an idol, Right? That's what we were indoctrinated in this part of the world, right? And now the whole world was indoctrinated, is indoctrinated with that, all right? So this is the place, Sodom and Egypt, spiritually, right? So now let's get 2 Ezra 15 and 8. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Right? So the outcry of Sodom and Gomorrah was great. And in this time, in our time, the outcry of the elect is upon uh, the virgin daughter of Babylon, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right, so now the Lord, it says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. So the Most High is, all right, he's had enough. All right, he's the prayers of the saints have reached into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies. All right, and now it's time for this place to get judged. It says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So he's going to destroy it as before. All right? But wait a minute. The majority of the Israelites are in America. So why does it say Egypt? Because this is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right? You see, um, but you got to be spiritual to see all this, man, which many people are not spiritual. All right? This is why this is only for the elect. And this is only the elect are going to cry out and sigh for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's why they are going to be delivered when the destruction comes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying. As always, all honor, glory, and praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.